Hi, welcome to my channel. My name's Natalie. This is my first ever video. This channel is going to be about books, and I'm going to do some vlogs, probably some lifestyle vlogs. I'm also a pet sitter, so I might also vlog stuff like that and just stuff throughout my life. But the main topic of this channel is definitely going to be about books because that is a huge passion of mine. I am on Book Talk. I create book videos on my TikTok, so I thought might as well bring it over to YouTube, right? Because TikTok is basically just a mini YouTube. Here goes nothing. Welcome to my channel. Here is my first book video, and I thought that we would start off with something easy with my August wrap up. What I read in August. I read 6 books in August. I have, excuse Charlie in the background. I have 5 of them on me right now. The 6th one I am lending to a family member. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first book I read was Magnolia Parks from the Magnolia Parks universe, and let me just say, if you haven't read this series yet, you need to get on it right now. 5 stars. This book was a 5 stars. It absolutely obliterated and shattered my heart. I love Magnolia and I love BJ, but also BJ, like, what he did was so wrong. But why do we root for them? I am like, I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for Magnolia and BJ. I'm not gonna give any spoilers in this, but I just finished the 4th book actually in the series, so I already know what happens kind of. But you were just trying to steal a spotlight, aren't you? Center of attention over here. Oh my goodness. Charlie, she's trying to get my Starbucks. That's totally what she's trying to do. Anyways, I gave the first book a 5 out of 5 stars. It was beautiful, it was amazing, and it broke my heart, okay? Then after I read that, can we just talk about this? The new covers for the Magnolia Parks universe series. Not about them. I don't like them. Personally, I don't like them. So I was not willing to buy them. So after I read the first book, I went out to Blackwell's website. I can link it if you guys want it. And I bought the rest of the series in the old covers because the old covers are just so beautiful. They are works of art, and those new covers are just not good. They're so bad. They're bland, they're boring, yeah. So I had to order those. While I was waiting for those to get in the mail, I read 2 other like placeholders basically. And the first one was Local Woman Missing. And I've heard and seen so many mixed reviews on this, okay? Personally, I loved it. I freaking loved it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. The plot twist, I did not see coming. Once we got closer to them, I could guess, okay? I could guess what could happen, I'm not gonna lie. Even when I kind of like guessed them, kind of assumed what was gonna happen, when it happened, I was like, what? This book consumed me. I think I finished it in one day. I stayed up late, so late finishing this book. It was so good. And yes, I still have the sticker on, okay? Let's ignore that. Hi, baby. But 5 out of 5 stars. Charlie and I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. It was really good. I am a stan for this book. It's a thriller. It's about some women who go missing, and that's all I'm gonna say. It gets crazy. So the next book I read was Icebreaker, and I am very late to this, but I will say, let me add this in here. I just got back into reading earlier this year in March. I'm gonna link my Goodreads below, but my Goodreads reading goal challenge is at 50 bucks. I felt like 50 was a good goal for me, and I think I'm at 38 or 39 books now. So, but I started reading in March. Some of these books you're gonna be like, wow, you're just now reading that? And yes, okay, it's because I just got into reading this year. So, I read Icebreaker, and I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. This is a college romance, college drama, hockey romance, obviously. Hockey / ice skater romance. And I thought it was really cute. Nate Hawkins, do I have to say anything else? It was really cute. I stan these two. Aaron, though, no, he got to go. But I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. It was just 3 out of 5 stars. Wasn't given anything less, wasn't given anything more. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like amazing. So it was a 3 out of 5 stars. But I would recommend reading it. Like, it wasn't bad. A 3 is still a good rating. In my book, I know some people think that 3 stars is a bad rating, but I think it's a good between rating. I think a 3 is a good rating for me. So then I continued the rest of the Magnolia Parks universe series, and I read Daisy Hates. This is the 2nd book in the series. So in the Magnolia Parks universe, you can read them in order. From Magnolia Parks to Daisy Hates, Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home, Daisy Hates, The Great Undoing. You can read it like that. That's how I read it. But if you wanted to, you could also just read the Magnolia Parks books separately and then the Daisy Hates books separately. But I would recommend reading them all 4 of them in order, the way that I first mentioned it. It just makes everything make more sense. You're not lost with certain events. Like, that's how I would recommend reading it. I gave Daisy Hates a 4.5 out of 5. It just didn't make me feel the same way that the first book did. Okay, I love Daisy, love Christian, love the couple in this, love the characters, I love all of it. It was almost perfect. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It was almost perfect. It just wasn't perfect yet. And I think that's just because of the way Magnolia Parks, the first book, made me feel. So, but this book was so good. It was beautiful. The cover is beautiful. Then I read The Long Way Home, Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home, the 3rd book in the series. This book is massive. It's like 500 and something pages long. It's huge. It's a big romance. That's big for a romance. But I was not upset about it. Let me tell you, you will not be upset about it. If you enjoy this series, this is like a godsend, okay? Godsend book for it being this long. And this is my favorite cover, I think, also. I don't know. The last one for Daisy Hates, The Great Undoing is also really pretty. Anyways, gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. Okay, clearly I love this series. And I'm not gonna tell you what rating I gave the last one yet because that will be in my September wrap up. Oh my gosh, it was just beautiful. It was so beautiful. Loved it. Broke my heart again. Broke my heart again. The Magnolia Parks books have a trend here. Absolutely shattered my heart. And I had to go straight into the 4th book. I'm not going to say the last book because apparently there's another book coming out in the series. The series is not done yet. I didn't know that when I started the series, so I was very happy about that. And then the last book I read was 4th Wing. Oh my god. 4th Wing. Okay, again, I don't have it on me. I'm lending it to somebody, but girl, 4th Wing. This was my first fantasy book ever, okay? Like I said, I just got it back into reading this March, so. And I was just venturing into like romance, different types of romances, like dark romance and stuff, thrillers, definitely thrillers, some horrors, stuff like that. I had been intimidated by fantasy. I had been scared to go into fantasy, but I finally did it after seeing all the hype on 4th Wing. I had to read 4th Wing. I had to go into it. Charlie! You are being so loud. Excuse her, ignore her in the background with her freaking toy. I did some research on TikTok to see if it'd be a good book for me to start with for my first fantasy book. And everybody was like, yes, oh my god, yes, yes, yes. So, you know I had to read it. And can we guess what I rated it? Oh wait, can we guess? 6 out of 5 stars, okay. A million out of 5 stars. Like, it breaks the scale. It was so good. I might be biased because it was my first fantasy book, romantasy book. It was so good. If any of you guys are also wanting to get into fantasy, I would recommend 4th Wing. I haven't read the ACOTAR series yet, but I would also recommend the ACOTAR series just based on what other people have said. Other people have said that that's a really good series to get into as your first fantasy books, first fantasy series. So I would recommend 4th Wing or the ACOTAR series. I started with 4th Wing. I'm a little scared to get into the ACOTAR series because of how long it is and how big those books are. I'm not gonna lie, but I will eventually, I promise. Good. The world building was really easy to get into. There were politics in it, but the politics were not hard to understand whatsoever. I want a dragon of my own now. I want to get a tattoo on my body for that book. Like, I'm upset that I don't have a dragon of my own. Like, actually, I'm upset. And actually, our life seems so boring and bland now after reading 4th Wing. Can we talk about that? Can we please talk about that, okay? It gives Hunger Games, Divergent, Harry Potter type vibes. There's dragons, there's a lot of high stakes. There's a lot of high stakes, I'll also put that in there. That book kept me on the edge of my seat, okay? It took me a little while to get through. If you look on my Goodreads, I think it took me like 9 days to get through or something like that. But that's not because of the book, that's just because I've been reading kind of slower lately. I've been getting through books slower lately, so it's not the book's fault whatsoever. Don't take that as like oh, that book was bad. Like, it's whatever, okay? It was really good. It was literally amazing, and I recommend anybody reading it. Even if you don't like fantasy, please just read it. I read 6 books this month. Like I said, clearly it was an amazing, phenomenal reading month. Multiple 5 stars, a 6 star in there. Almost every book was a 5 star. Yeah. But that's also just because I read the Magnolia Parks series this month, so, and the majority of those are 5 stars. So, yeah, this was a phenomenal reading month. But I have a feeling that September is going to be just as good as well with the books that I have on my TBR. That's our August wrap up. Huh, Charlie? Charlie! Girl. I hope you guys enjoyed my first video. I will have all my socials linked down below if you want to go keep up with me on TikTok, Instagram, Goodreads. I am constantly updating my Goodreads. I stay on top of that, okay? So it's like real time. You'll know what I'm reading, where I'm at, whatever. And welcome to my channel again. And thank you all for watching. Subscribe, like the video, do all that YouTube stuff you guys probably know how to do. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.